All right, hello. So this video is just reading comments and responding to them with voice, my voice. If you're not into that, then you don't have to watch the video. This really doesn't have much to do with the build, just the feedback from the first video. So enjoy.
All right, hello. So I said I would go over the comments. I'm just gonna do it in the separate videos, just because I want to. The goal of this is not really to be like, I don't know, YouTube popular or whatever. It's mainly just to have a good experience building an AR-10. So for Rooftop, you said YouTube has decided to show me a video on my homepage. Funny, I did an AR-10 build, documented well, good stuff. Hell yeah, man. I'll check out your, if it's on YouTube, I'll check it out, definitely. Lieutenant Dan 448, AR building and tinkering addict here. Arrow 5 is the way to go. Always match brands for upper and lower with AR-10s. If you want to mag dump into trash with cheaper M80 is your caliber. But if you want to do long range work, then 6.5 is a wholly better cartridge. LaRue makes good stuff. Trigger deck duty isn't worth the money in my opinion. Finger banged a few, and the MBT is much better if you can tolerate a 2-stage. Ballistic Advantage makes good barrels. I do love my ACS stock. Probably going to want an adjustable gas block. I'm quite fond of the SLRs. I will warn you, the AR-10 can be soul crushing and ball flattening to get working right. Parts don't work together sometimes and require actual gunsmithing knowledge to get running right. I built mine a few years ago, and at this point I really shoot it, and I'm just tired of screwing with it. I have pile of parts from trying to get it to where I want. Please take them off my hands as I'm drowning in rifle parts. Honestly, the Ruger SFARs at the LGS is really tempting for something that's light and works. I know the call of the build all too well. Wish you the best of luck. Yeah, Lieutenant Dan, man. I appreciate that. When it comes to what you said first about matching brands upper and lower, that's what I'm going to do. And I most likely will be chambering in 308 or 7.62. Trigger tech duty, the trigger's off the table at this point. I'm going to be going with the LaRue. I've kind of narrowed that down. And when it comes to being warned about the AR-10, I've been hearing that a lot lately. I'm trying to keep as many parts, I would say, compatible or not as many manufacturers as possible, potentially. I'm not really sure I'm going to be able to do that, but like Arrow upper, lower, and parts kit is my attempt. When it comes to gas blocks and barrels, I'm not at that good point. I'm not at a good point right now to like think and make that call. I'm trying to keep this all together and contained, but I heard Ballistic Advantage makes some great barrels. And about your parts, man, if you want to send them to me, dude, I'll pay shipping, dude. I'm serious. Just I don't know if you can DM on this on YouTube or not, but yeah, just put my email in there if you really want to get rid of them. I'll pay the shipping. JDX 963. Well, the algorithm decided to recommend this to me. I'm here to help. Arrow receiver combo is definitely a good start for the first build. Can't recommend the LaRue trigger enough if you want a 2-stage. As others have said around the internet, basically it's 95% the quality of a Geissele, 1/3 of the price. If you want a single stage or something that is just plain silly and fun, Caney Arms SLT, literally a clicking a mouse. Not super knowledgeable in barrels, but I would say avoid Criterion. I got a 308 barrel from them, and the gas port was shit. Had to drill it out, and I've seen others report the same. That said, after being drilled out, it was perfect. Only other barrel experience for a build is Odin Works. An Odin Works 1 and 223. That served me well. They offer 308 and 6.5. For caliber, consider what the majority of your use is going to be. Mostly long-range target and hunting, 6.5. Mostly just getting out and shooting at the range. Maybe some mid-long range hunting and target. 308 is probably fine. You and your wallet aren't going to want to go out and mag dump 60 to 100 rounds at the trash with the boys with 6.5, but you will with 308. Also, I saw you had the Magpul ACS stock on your list. Good pick, but I find the base version a little too bulky. Would suggest the ACS-L for size and weight decrease. With everything that you're considering, remember ounces make pounds. Good video. Look forward to your progress. Yeah, JDX. I'm pretty much I've set on the LaRue and the Arrow receiver combo. When it comes to what I want, I do want a 2-stage trigger. And for the barrel, I'm not too knowledgeable yet, but I'm not at that part yet. So I'm still going to be looking into it. For what I'm going to chamber the rifle in, I'm probably going to have a 308 AR-10 at the end of this. When it comes to 6.5, I do like the idea of 6.5, and it is overall a better cartridge, and to be honest, it's really not that much expensive when you start getting up in the higher range, like the higher quality of rounds in comparison to 308. But plink rounds, M80 ball rounds, man, yeah, it's cheaper going 308. As for the Magpul ACS, I did look into what you said about the ACSL, and I think you're correct. So when we get to that part, I probably will be going with the ACSL. Some replies here. This guy's talking about the Hansen barrels and the ballistic advantage and stuff like that. I read this over. New York angry guy. I would say that your two builds are one that's 8 pounds and one that's 12 pounds, drastically different, but I read this and it's definitely interesting. He is right about ounces making pounds, but I wasn't sure if you were talking to me or you're talking to JDX, but I did read this. And that's me. Rook Skyline, I'm your 7th sub. That's pretty cool, man. I'll subscribe to you too after this. Tarek 8866, YouTube decided me to share this vid with 206 views. Weird. Glad it did though. Thanks, man. That's probably what the view count's gonna be for all of this project. Eddie Ram 4072, I recommend sticking with the same manufacturer for the receivers. Also buying a good quality barrel and bulk carrier group. Like your thoughts and input. Great job. I appreciate it, Eddie. I will be taking your recommendation seriously with the uppers and lowers. Good quality barrel is definitely something I'm looking into. I haven't really gotten to that yet. I'm kind of interested in the Arrow bolt carrier group just because of the nightmare stories I've heard, but when we get there, we'll get there. Rogue Blood, I've been struggling with this too. Got an Arrow 5, Arrow M5 lower build out, but I'm looking for a good upper at the moment. Didn't want to buy a basic Arrow considering ballistic advantage build. Still looking for other stuff. Something I think that I could be wrong on, so take this with a grain of salt, but I think Arrow and ballistic advantage are the same people. I'm pretty sure they are. I'm not sure. I think I told me that. I think I said that. Armor's Wrench, I know you said you want to build your own, but you've considered a SIG 760i. Really nice for the money. Even have a rifle gas link for 16-inch barrel. Work really good with a suppressor. Are you planning on shooting suppressed? Yeah, man, actually I do plan on shooting suppressed. But for the pre-builts, you know, honestly, if I was going to go for a pre-built, I'd probably go with something ridiculous, like in civilian HK 417 or something. Combat Magnum. Sounds like you have the important compatibility notes down. If you want the Arrow lower to match, it'll only look correct with the Arrow upper. Okay. Their functional cuts will swap with anything out there, but cosmetically they are very proprietary. If I could go back in time, I would have never built a 308 AR. Too expensive and too much fun at the range. Oh, too expensive to have too much fun at the range. And too heavy to carry in the field. Parts are more expensive and nothing out there is 100% universal. I wish somebody steered me away. They're much better and cheaper precision offerings as well as much better and cheaper defensive offerings. AR-10 does not bridge the gap like you think you might hope it will. Yeah, man, we talked a little bit about this. I'm still going to complete the build, so I'll probably be in the same boat with you when I'm done. As for heavy in the field, you're probably right. I've carried heavier, but you know, how it is. It's essentially just going to be an AR battle rifle. As for what you responded to that comment with, depends on your philosophy of use. In a bug out situation, you'll be able to carry twice the ammo, be much quicker on target with the standard AR-15. Top 2 priorities for you. 10 will of course deliver more power, but likely you'll find that you're not any more accurate than the 15 and isn't going to gain you any more real world reach. For precision shooting, I recommend building a Remington 700. Good choice. Or similar on an MDT or similar chassis. After decades in this hobby and countless thousands wasted on high-powered rifles, I have the most fun and almost strictly only shoot 22 long rifle from precision rifles. Nothing like watching your projectiles volley through a high-powered scope, adjusting holds and seeing results, and not wasting thousands on expensive ammo. Yeah, man, I'll be honest with you, Combat. You sound like somebody who has some real experience. Again, I'm gonna complete the build. I want an AR-10 anyway. I kind of, I have my own personal reasons for wanting it, but priorities. I have an AR-15 that is my go-to. Am I wasting money? Probably. But building a Remington 700 or a 22 precision rifle, definitely a good idea. I honestly think you're giving me some good advice here. But thanks for the comments. Anyway, this is about 11 minutes, so I'm not going to keep this going, but thanks for the guys who gave me advice. I appreciate it. It's going to reflect in the final product.